shifted to turbo.
Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I am with Philip. What's up, Philip?
Good afternoon.
What's up, Matt Rose?
Good afternoon or morning, wherever you are. It's freezing, so stay warm.
Yes, I do apologize for a little vacation away from podcasts. We haven't done it since, I think, February 9th, which is a long time. Didn't realize.
Yeah,
it is
because
actually.
it said the last we did was Praxeus Part 1, so I was expecting a follow-up.
We did. Can you hear me? We did that. We covered that.
That was cool.
Yeah, we covered that. Then my birthday came, and then Valentine's came, and all this stuff came. Yeah, so I'm a little under the weather, but I'm doing these podcasts because it's been a while. There's a lot of breaking news with Doctor Who coming out. So Philip, why don't you inform the masses on what's happening?
Well, the only thing I'm aware of, other than that you said there's loads of things happening, the only thing I'm aware of right now, Doctor Who, Close and Cole is at Gallifrey 1, and other people from Doctor Who, Tracy Simpson, all that. Now, in particular, Tracy Simpson said yesterday that Doctor Who filming for Series 13 won't begin production until latest September of this year.
Right.
Which means it could either be even pre-production and not filming at all until October at the latest. So it kind of throws everything up in the air. It's like
if you film 10 months,
production begins in June.
If you start filming in September and that's 10 months, that's till August of 2021, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. Chibnall is behind, as we know, with the series because, again, he promised them every year and he hasn't delivered. And in 2018, we had Series 11. In 2019, we had Resolution, which is the special.
Yeah.
Then we had, Series 12 in 2020. And now we're going to have the special, which is probably up in the air whether it's going to be Christmas or it's going to be New Year's Day.
Do you know what? I think that's why the special might be plonked somewhere at this end of the year, so that they can give us something to watch while we're waiting.
Well, that's what I always figured. I mean, I figured they put it that far out because they never hold on to a special that
Hang
long.
on.
So
Connor wants to come in. Let me just send him the link.
Okay.
Hang on.
He knows the Real Whovians, right?
Yeah, unless you send it to him, and if you want, because I'm a bit slow at doing this sort of crap.
Yes, well, the thing is, it's June is allegedly the start date for pre-production for this next series.
Oh, is it June? All right, well, that's...
Look, they're not going to film... Look, here's the thing. So now, are we to believe that Chibnall will get this out in 2021? Because, again, I'm under the impression that he's not going to get it out until 2022.
Yeah, no, he'll get the filming done of next year, but he won't release it till the following year because it's all the production stuff.
Well, no, I mean, everything will be done by the time they've done filming because they're filming it at the same time, special effects and everything. So 10 months is 10 months, but the thing is, it depends on when they're finished. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Hey guys. All right, hold on.
Hang on. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, there we go.
Hello, Mrs. Not My Doctor Who. Lovely to see you again after last night's stream.
What was you on? What was you on one last night? Fucking hell, you get around, don't you?
He was. Were you on last night? Oh, Connor, what's up?
Thanks for sending
I wasn't on there.
I did send you.
No, I wasn't. I was in the comment section.
Oh, what's up, Connor?
Hello.
What's up,
Mr. Foley? Nothing much.
So this filming of Doctor Who, Connor, this late filming.
Yeah, September.
Right. Does this mean that we won't get Series 13 until 2022?
August 2021 at the latest, at the earliest.
At the earliest, which is I just calculated that as well. So he is going to try to get a series to make up for, because I know in 2018 he had Series 11, and 2018 he had nothing.
Let me
except
just
for resolution.
that. So Series 11 was 2018. We had a gap year in 2019. 2020 right. Obviously Series 12. 2021. I think he's going to go for 2022 because he's got a 5-year plan.
That's what I thought.
So I think he might go for New Year's 2022.
That's what I thought a while ago, because again, he's putting the special out on 2021.
Because I've not been on a show since I've heard this, and I haven't actually shared it. Apart from Graham shared it in another chat. There is actually supposed to be a 10-15 second trailer at the end of The Timeless Children for the Dalek special, which indicates that it's airing before New Year's. And I think it's going to be an Easter special.
It's Easter or Christmas?
Easter, I think.
You really think it's going to be... That's not that far away, though.
No, it's not. But, I mean, there's been shorter gaps between the end of Capaldi's series, especially in Christmas.
Yeah, they never hold a special that long. That's true. Because why would you hold a special 10 months after it was, like, after Series 12?
Yeah, because Series 12 is going to end early March?
Yes.
1st of March. Yeah.
So we would have the special in April. April 12th.
I think it'll be April.
I'm hoping you're right.
Because there's someone on Gallifrey base, and I think this is pure speculation. They've heard that they're actually going to do something for the 15th anniversary of New Who.
Yeah, because I was on there I've been on one day. They're saying they're gonna do some sort of special with past Doctor or past, rather than using Jodie, they're going to use a past Doctor for a special.
That's just a rumor, though, for a Christmas special, though. Because Matt Smith had spoke about that recently, wishing that the Christmas specials don't dwell on the current Doctor but previous Doctors. But that's been spread throughout the year that they want it that way. But that's not the way Chibnall's going to do it, though. I don't think. Because Chibnall's the one that's writing it, so he's not going to give any Doctor, coverage over Jodie unless he does a Ruth special, which. That's highly possible.
Unless it's a multi-Doctor special, then it's a no.
I mean, if Ruth is technically a Doctor, I could see him doing a Ruth special. But
why is it so difficult, though, to bring out Doctor Who? It's beginning to look like they can't do it anymore, and it shows in their lack of
with less episodes, mind you.
Yeah, as well.
They used to have 14, like 13 plus a Christmas special. So I don't know, Connor, man. What's the deal with him? Why is he taking forever?
I think that it's just the sort of person he is. I think he likes to take his time with it, because it probably actually that's speaking from personal experience. That is the sign of a perfectionist as well.
But there's only so much perfection you can do whilst people are waiting for Doctor to come back. They get bored.
Perfection is impossible. I mean, there's no
exactly.
It's just processing sort of a way of that. Like, I think a perfectionist, especially someone like myself, is of the belief that the more time they take on something, the better it'll be. Because if you rush it, then it's going to be shit.
But then if you spend too much time on it, you ruin it anyway.
You could spend absolutely too much time mulling over an idea or a story, and you just completely start editing the story down to a point where it's unrecognizable and it makes little to no sense, and it is pure shit. So yeah, it can go both ways.
I mean, here's the thing. He promised them these deals every single year, Doctor Who. Every single year.
Yeah.
And he didn't deliver. Now,
we know that now. But
if he's trying to catch up, I don't think he's really giving a shit about catching up.
No, he's just taking his time. But if this is the 15th year of New Who and it's all the Daleks, then I think that's the only reason Barrowman's back, because he's the only companion that's been from this current era to return so
far. Saif Eula. Bro, I know you say that all the time. You wish they were fired. They're not getting fired. They're not. I know you're upset with them. It's not happening. It's not.
No.
We're stuck with. They're not
No,
going
no,
anywhere.
Philip's taking over as the showrunner.
Did you see that clip on Twitter where Toasting and the gang are defending the gap years and everything?
That was old. That was from
Is that old? Because he was really getting riled up at that old.
That was a couple months ago. They had that. They just replayed it because, for whatever purposes. Here's the thing. Like, the reason why I come down hard on Chibnall is because he promised China a series every year. And then he's got a new deal with HBO Max. And again, he promises stuff he can't keep. And now there's a third deal. Now, the third deal, I'm not really sure what the hell that's about.
What third
Because
deal?
it's not just Doctor Who. It's to do with BBC programming in general. That they're streaming. They're going to be working with. I have the article.
I have a quick question before you continue, because I'm looking at this live chat now. Is that the John Smith that I think it is?
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about.
I was going to ask you whether that was him anyway, because I
don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Who is that?
That's Connor's friend.
He's a massive fanboy of mine. He likes you as well. I think he actually wants to be on this show at some point.
Oh, okay. Hello, John Smith.
It is John, because you remember he said it in when the cast about the Tesla left when we did one of thing with the cast, and he mentioned that. That's it. That's him. Yeah, it is Johnny Boy.
Okay.
If he's still watching, comment if you are who I think, because I'm pretty sure it is you. I just want to check because.
Windswept.
All right, so we're getting an Yvette in here. And
Yay!
Oh my God, Matt's woman.
Excuse me, Ronnie.
All right, so I Phil, didn't I send you the? I don't know if I sent you the thing last time. The new deal.
Previously, on Matrix or 2 on 2.
Right.
It's getting really weird though. All this Doctor Who stuff. I don't understand why it's such a problem now.
Well, on Yvette's one last night, they were trying to say that Chibnall has too many personal issues and he's writing it for the eyes of the Doctor at the minute.
What? You mean he's overlaying his personal issues onto the Doctor's character?
Yeah, basically.
I would, if that was true, that would be really interesting, actually, because that Doctor Who's never really been that personal. It's never been like it's never.
The problem with that is, Connor, when you're a kid and you're sitting there watching that sort of thing play out, you don't want to listen to it. You want to have a bit of fun and escapism. That's a bit
depressing. You know what? And I stand by this. He's very hypocritical that he slated Pip and Jane Baker all those years ago, and here he is now being criticised at the height of Doctor Who, and he thinks he's doing nothing wrong.
He's doing everything wrong. Right? He's doing a lot of shit wrong, I think.
I mean, we can't squarely put it on him. It must be to do.
Why not? He's a showrunner, though.
Yeah, but it must be to do with logistics and upstairs and what they're talking.
Yeah,
about.
but they have a time slot, and you understand that they have a time slot. They have a budget. They have to get the cast in. But remember, a lot of things end up on the cutting room floor. Stories that they could want to do, but probably cut. The only thing that bugs me, and I'll stand by it, is how can Russell and Moffat still take the show off world, and Chibnall just goes out to Sheffield or elsewhere.
Connor, I sent you the link. Okay. Just look into that for me. Hey, Yvette.
Hello, my darlings. How are you all?
How you doing?
I'm good. I've just woken up. I've had a cat nap, so I haven't got long. Because I've got to go down.
Are you recovered from last night's live stream?
Well, someone kept me up chatting last night, didn't they?
Matthew, leave the woman alone, man.
What? It was only 5 minutes. It was 5 minutes, not 5 hours.
5 hours.
I said it was not 5 hours.
I still have to. I was working all night, so I still have to watch your live stream. I'm sorry, but I've been so.
Just watch the beginning, Joe. I blow my nose and I sound
like an elephant.
I think you'll appreciate the joke.
Okay. All right. So, what do you think? What do you think, Yvette, about this situation with Doctor Who filming for Series 13?
2020. Yeah, I know. Yeah, September 2020.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's delayed because the BBC are watching the figures right now, personally.
Why delay something? What do you mean by that?
So the ratings going down.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
But why delay something if the ratings are going down? Wouldn't you try and boost, keep pushing and pushing to get it back up?
No, I mean, well, I'm not saying they're doing that, but if they start to seeing stuff nosedive, they're like, "Whoa! Put on the brakes! Whoa! Wait a minute! What's happening here?" I mean, I think they did that with Walking Dead, where they created this new spinoff that was supposed to be a regular series, and then they saw the ratings tanking, and it's like, wait a minute, we're gonna make this a limited spinoff series, not a permanent thing, and we're gonna make it this amount of episodes, not this. So they made it So I ratings do have as a factor. I know that Series 13 is paid for. I know the 60th is paid for, but still, if it gets so dangerously low, do you embarrass yourself by keeping it on, like with the BBC? I mean,
no, I don't. No, that's not what I said, Joe. I said they're delaying the filming because of the ratings, not because they're delaying it just because of Doctor Who.
Right.
What maybe going through some people's minds is, well, if they drop below what's on his contract, which was what we were talking about last night, he's got to go. And we know Jodie signed up, but they've got to find another showrunner, and they need a bit of breathing space.
But here's the thing: isn't he untouchable because he got the China deal, he got the HBO Max deal, and he got the third deal? What's that third deal, Connor?
What, the Yoka 2 one, whatever it's called?
Yoka 2?
So with Doctor Who, but not just Doctor Who. It's BBC program.
That basically all that is a BBC distribution deal where they're just kind of expanding out into different streaming services.
But they are making money though for their programming.
Right? No,
No,
that's not how distribution works.
So they're paying more.
They're paying for their things to be.
Oh, so in this instance, they're paying for stuff.
There might be I mean, I guess the benefits are kind of. I don't know the ins and outs of the deal. Like they'll never say it in an article anyway.
Right.
Some benefit for both.
They'll never admit anything, Connor. You know what the BBC are like.
I mean, aren't they delaying filming not because of money, but it's because Toss and Cole was busy, Mandip Gill was busy, Jodie's got busy.
A film, yeah.
Bradley Walsh is busy. Like they're all busy.
They're busy. Like they're not in demand. I wouldn't say like Torsten Cole and Mandip Gill are in demand, but
they want to make sure they're all there though.
Yeah, but I don't think that Torsten Cole and Mandip Gill are even staying on. So
no, I don't either.
No, Bradley Walsh, they're purposely working around him because of the chase and all the other projects.
But why would he stay if Ryan and is not there? That's the grandson. Like, why would he stay?
I think that Graham benefits more from what he's doing with the Doctor than Ryan does. Because Ryan I think he's just there really. Ryan could give it up. I think that because Graham's story is about, he nearly died of cancer. He's now fearing that the cancer might come back.
Yeah.
But that's another thing. He didn't even
see more purpose in staying on with the Doctor and living a life of adventure than some.
But why would he stay with her if she was so freaking cold to him, though?
That's another rabbit hole.
I think you're reading just a little bit too much into that scene.
I think they're going to clear house anyway. Keep joking, clear house.
Well, could it be if Bradley does stay, he's not going to stay the full Series 13? Like, maybe he should be like, why are you staying with me, Graham? They left.
He will stay. No, he will stay with the crossover with him and a new companion. And once the new companion's established, they'll get rid.
He'll go.
That makes sense, actually, Phil.
Because they've all been started on the Dalek special, so we all know they're going to be in that one.
They all filmed that. I know that. So, I would think that I like Connor's idea of it being Easter, but Hopefully that's true.
Hold
'cause I
your
don't
breath. It would be nice, but hey,
Right.
we can't make a call at the moment. Nobody can predict what they're doing at the moment.
Yeah. And again, we don't even know, like, just when we think the episodes are the way they are, you know, they're not. They go in a direction that's like, ew, what's this episode?
I think what we need to really focus on doing is getting shows like fucking Killing Eve to us quicker than they do to fucking America. Because in America, you get shows like that 3 months earlier than us now.
Mm.
Wow.
It's like my other favourite one, Supernatural. It's on hiatus again at the moment, but
yeah, it is, and I'm a bit pissed with that as well. They keep bringing it and then fucking it.
You watch that, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I don't watch it. No.
Brilliant. Well, it's 15 years worth, Joe. It's been one of the best series ever. If you like all that stuff, it's got everything in it.
Everything.
Yeah.
It makes Doctor Who look like child's play.
Yeah. Literally.
Jesus.
Literally anything. Not anything I watch on TV, because I tend to like have a very varied sort of thing of what I watch. So I do watch a lot of shite, but most of the stuff I watch these days outdoes Doctor Who 10 to none. Like you know, you've got the BBC dramas at 9 o'clock tend to outdo Doctor Who. In every
yeah. They're very good at historical dramas. They really are, and period costumes. I love all that.
Yeah, me too.
What about?
I mean, the Tudors was one of my favourites. They did well, not recently, I suppose.
What about the 60th? Anybody like Jodie's probably going to highlight that? No,
I don't think you will.
Really?
Again, she's asking too much.
The gap and all this that's going on, it's way too long for her to think, I don't want to do this anymore.
Just one more thing after series 13, one more special. Like, why wouldn't she want to do that?
If she's gone by the end of series 13, I don't think she'll be in the.
I don't think she's going to be gone at the end of series 13.
No, I think what she'll do is the deal that Matt Swift had. She'll probably do like the 60th, do like some kind of special, and that's the regeneration. That's it.
I think she'll do what David Tennant did. If the fact is that we're paid up beyond 60 to series 14, like that's the fine. Article was.
They're paid up for that. Doesn't mean you're going to have the same doctor for it, though.
But with Chibnall, the way Chibnall is, he doesn't do new stuff. He keeps the same old people.
I don't think he's ready to give her up.
I honestly don't think she's going to go anywhere.
I hope.
I don't think she's going anywhere. And if I think that if there was any regeneration thing, it has nothing to do with her. Could be the Master, could be Ruth.
As long as he stands as the showrunner, she stands with him, unless Jodie just pulls him aside and says she wants out.
She has not complained once about the grueling schedule at all.
That's not her place, though. It's not her place to do that, though.
No. But what I'm saying is, Peter Capaldi has said stuff about filming, how it's crazy. Matt Smith has said stuff. Everybody said stuff about filming. She is not, meaning she's a trooper. It doesn't seem like she is leaving, period.
I think she will break that rule that Patrick Troughton set 3 years and out.
Well, why is it Patrick? We mean Patrick Troughton's here. We're not talking about
because he's the one that said 3 years and you're out, or you get typecasted.
That was just an advice I gave to Peter Davison. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. But usually the doctors, it's a regular thing if they have 3 years or whatever. That's like the lowest, right?
Oh, I don't know though. I still think it'll be series 13 and that's her done with it.
Yes.
I honestly think she's the 60th and then maybe another series or something. First of all, if the biggest thing is the 60th, why would you not want to be the main thing a part of that?
Because you've only just finished your run and you don't want to jump into something else. But
you said you finished your run, though. I mean, again, we talked about it before she starts. She pretty soon, very soon, they're going to ask her because they have to finish writing that episode. They have to prepare a regeneration episode if she's going to leave. Before they write that, they're going to ask her, do you want to stay or not? If she says yes, then they're not going to do the regeneration episode. They're just going to make the episode whatever. They have to prepare this stuff.
Who's to say they haven't asked already? And she said, no, I'm just doing that service version, that's it.
It's possible, but honestly, the way she knows Doctor Who now, she would never leave for the 60th. That's the biggest thing.
After,
Did you hear
You're the doctor. You're the doctor.
Sunday, Joe.
What?
Joe, to be honest, after what happened on Sunday, the BBC are being questioned by other organisations now.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they still. But that's not going to change the fact that the 60th is paid for. They're making a big deal about the 60th, and
But
whoever the doctor currently
doesn't mean
is.
anything. I don't think we can make a call on who, what, where, how, or why right now on any of it. And I know that sounds really down.
Sorry, Jodie's biggest aspiration for that 60th is to be on screen with Tennant and Eccleston. That is what she has said on the record. She wants to be with other doctors.
That's not going to happen, though. That's not going to happen.
Listen, boys, I'm so sorry. I've got to get up and go downstairs. If you're still on, when I turn my computer.
Can't hear you, Yvette.
Yvette?
I heard something about she has to go downstairs, but if we're still
Yeah,
on.
she'll be. And if we're still on, she'll be back on.
Saif, Eula, look, I mean, anything we've learned with Doctor Who, anything can happen. They can make a decision to cancel tomorrow. I'm not saying that that's definitely 100% accuracy that they're going to stay, but pretty much it's leading towards the fact that they're going to stay. But again, like with the ratings dropping in the toilet, you may come back from your fare and find out, oh crap, it's canceled. I mean, there's been shows in the BBC that's been canceled that people didn't expect,
are really
right?
good shows, and they last only one season.
So, I do want to do a thing on Picard, but again, I have to get caught up with that. We'll see. Again, to me, the outlook is, regardless of that episode that was written poorly, okay, about the Graham thing, ultimately you blame Chibnall because Chibnall's the one that, and the showrunner is responsible for his writers.
Yeah,
you
not
don't
only
blame
that,
Jodie, though.
And if you look on the title cards, he's there in the writing credits as well.
Right, but you don't blame the actor. You blame the writer. The writer was inconsiderate.
It works both ways. It works both ways.
Why is it her fault, though?
No, I'm not saying. I say it works both ways. If an actor can't bring a page to life, then that's the actor's fault.
But how do you bring the thing to life if she's telling Graham, I'm socially awkward and I can't? Like,
and if you remember, she was still socially awkward in her first season. She even said that in her first season.
She can't possibly be socially awkward if she's constantly dealing with people socially, giving speeches to people, getting into trouble, talking to strangers. Like, it's like they're looking about it like it looks good on paper. That's an excuse, but it's not an excuse because if she was so socially awkward, she would not be able to travel in time and space and deal with new people all the time. He's using shit that he's socially awkward as a fucking grown up because he probably got his ass kicked or different things happening and something that happens where he hates men. I don't know, but like.
And that's why I touched on it. Again, I still think that's a reflection of Chibnall's life that he's brought into the show.
That's what I just said.
His life in the show, though. I don't want his crap in the show.
But the doctor cannot be that way if she is doing what she's doing. How could she have a conversation with Graham about murdering Tim Shaw and that not be socially awkward? But yet, there's something you want to die.
Yeah, because that last season she was ready to boot him off the TARDIS.
Right, get the F, go back, I'll kick you out. Right. So why all of a sudden now she's socially awkward?
Because she's a different type of regeneration.
They're all different from Series 11? Like I don't understand. She was different in Series 11.
The only way she's evolved since Series 11 is that she's showing more adult theme personalities, so she's showing genuine like sadness. She's showing loss. She's showing. She's a little bit sociopathic. She's more sociopathic than I ever expected she would be. Is
that simply because of the Gallifrey thing? Is that what's bringing that out?
She's just suddenly started getting these ideas of like walking over dead bodies and not giving a shit about.
That's true.
In that Tesla episode, like when the whole workshop of people dropped dead, she exited the office and she just walked over the bodies and said, "We don't have time for this." That is
that's effing weird.
It is weird, yeah.
Yeah, but that's a good reflection of Joe Martin's Doctor. Then is that what Jodie's Doctor is going to become? A sort of like a no nonsense, I don't give a fuck type of Doctor. Because that's what Joe Martin came across as. You know, like don't mess with me, bitch. That kind of thing.
Right. I mean, all I know is that she was compassionate to Yaz's plight in Demons of the Punjab, which was a personal issue in series 11. So if you're saying now that she can't communicate, what?
Well, God,
you can't communicate with your companions on a deep level like that, then she hasn't evolved. She's devolved.
I think what Triple has done is it wrongly. It's like he's rebooted this season. Like they've made him mature this season, and last year was all compassionate. It's like there's no continuity.
Can't we just say he just screwed up for that episode? With the writer and him, like about the not giving a shit about Graham when he's opened his heart out to her. I mean, she was bonding with Yaz before, so why the fuck all of a sudden now? Did she not bond with male companions? Like, what the fuck was happening?
Can we talk about the elephant of that room? Philip, when you watched it, I had no clue till after the episode about Yaz wanting to take her life.
It wasn't about her taking her life. It was about her running away. That's all it was.
Yeah, but then they said they worked with like Mind Charity and everything afterwards about it, and I was like, I didn't get that from the episode.
She wanted to kill herself.
Did she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't get that from that.
The sister said next time you do it, like something about don't call or something like that.
I thought that was because of the fact that she just ran away.
Well, why were they celebrating that?
Exactly. Why would you celebrate killing yourself?
This is something that I've seen like bandied around. They weren't celebrating her running away. They were celebrating her coming back.
But why would you want to be? Okay, this is where this is wrong. This is where this is wrong.
I agree.
You would not want to be reminded that you went to fucking do that.
I mean,
that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, that I agree. I actually agree. I think that having an anniversary for something like that is absolutely ridiculous.
And
that's like the woke philosophy, like the stupid. Like in other words, people could look at the Graham thing and say, Graham was a jerk for talking and being personal like that to the doctor. I mean, really? Like, what are you talking about?
It was a bizarre episode in the way that it tried too hard to give these people these massive backstories that we didn't know about before. I think we knew about the cancer, but I think like Yaz's storyline, there was absolutely no hint of that before.
At all. No build up, no nothing, just hit us.
Yeah.
No, because again, it's a series 1 kind of like deal. It isn't a series 2 deal. Where one series later, and you're telling me we're finally getting an arc with them, knowing more about them.
What do you mean, series 1 deal? We already had personal. They already been personal about Yaz in series 11 that we know about Yaz, like her mom, her
not
dad,
her like
her
this,
sister.
like running away stuff. This is more like a series 1.
No, but we know more about Yaz than we do about Graham because Yaz, you know Yaz's grandmother, her great grandmother.
It's not about the physical elements of her life. It's not about knowing her family necessarily or where she comes from. It's about what goes on in her head. and we didn't know that.
No, but what I'm saying is we knew about her, but there was no inkling of her past that occurred.
Well, that's what Matt's trying to say, is that they waited until series 2 to explore what goes on in her head, when that should have been.
But even then, they didn't say that woman is the reason she became a police officer. And she's not even a good police officer.
Yeah, but the inference is there in that scene with her and the police woman. That inference is there that you can tell
she became a police officer because of her. But then why does she suck at her job in series 11? But then they say she's so great in series 12. Great at what? Giving parking tickets? I don't understand.
Yeah, that's where you become disillusioned with the job, because you're like, oh, I thought it'd be a bit more than just doing parking tickets or whatever. I want something more out of it, and that's why she keeps skipping out.
But now they're saying she's so good at the job, she needs to be there more. But when did they say that in series 11, that she's so good at the job? They're saying that she was having a problem fitting in, that she didn't know what she wanted to do, and she just really didn't like the job, but she's there because it's a job. But like, when all of a sudden did she get so great if she's hardly there? Like, there's some inconsistencies with the writing that Chibnall's trying to boost her to make her like she's so freaking great that she could be a cop and work with the doctor, but she's not there. They don't even like. It's so weird how every episode there's some little line they put in there, and they're like, "How could you not know that I'm the biggest thing on YouTube?" Like that woman said, or "How could you not know that this has been going on?" It's like they've been off Earth for 10 years, and they're like, or they're on a different Earth. It's like, how are they missing? Even if they're traveling with the doctor, how are they missing?
Yeah, and I get what you're saying, because in the first time we met Ryan, he was a bit of a YouTuber, and then that got put on the wayside.
And how could, as a YouTuber, him not know about that YouTuber?
Maybe it's a simple matter of him not being interested in that particular YouTube.
She said she's the biggest YouTuber, so why would he not know? But if you're with YouTube, you know who the biggest YouTuber is.
Hello,
that's ridiculous.
There are certain YouTubers I don't even know that were famous.
Exactly. There's hundreds of YouTubers that might be big that I don't know of.
Right.
So it's just one of those things, isn't it?
I think they need to address the Graham thing with the cancer again. I think that needs to come up, and I think it will come up.
I think that's probably a next. I think that's more of a next season kind of deal.
No, I think pretty soon. I think something's going to happen. Something. I don't know.
I don't know whether this cancer thing should be played out in Doctor Who.
Well, the doctor, not the doctor, but Graham's personal doctor say he doesn't have cancer right now.
Yeah, at the beginning.
So why would he still be thinking that then?
Because of that nightmare thing that he had made him think, oh, I'm not infallible to it now. Then I'm a bit worried.
Is it bad that I was expecting the frog version of Grace to return rather than the physical form?
No, we done that.
But she wasn't really Grace. She was like a manifestation of his memories, but. Saying shit like, why'd you let me die? It's like, that's stupid shit.
I wouldn't mention the frog around certain people. It gets them a bit triggered.
Who? Which one?
Yeah, that's true. Frog.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm walking into a movie and you guys are not filling me in what he was talking about. But you can off air. It would be nice.
Shots, I think, is the phrase. Cheap shots.
Well, how can you be? She's been around for well over 2,000 years, and yet she can't handle a simple thing of, well, not simple, but a thing of like cancer. She could simply say, you know what, babe, I've got this little file. Drink this. Your cancer's gone.
Wait, cancer's simple.
She went to the funeral of Grace. How is that not socially awkward?
Yeah, but she
didn't even really know these people.
Did she not stand right at the back and kind of like?
Yeah, she didn't even interact.
But she was still there, and she didn't even change her clothes for a couple of weeks. She was hanging out with them for weeks.
To be honest, like, I think that the socially awkward kind of doctor works for her because
she's not always socially awkward, though. How can you say that she is?
I actually think, and hear me out here, that's just giving me a bit of a brainwave. That actually, I think Jodie playing the socially awkward doctor is the best kind of doctor for her to play, because as a person, I don't necessarily think that when she's acting, she has that big of a presence. So when she's kind of fading into the background almost and blending in, you're playing to that socially awkward kind of, you know, just another person in the room.
You know,
even being socially awkward, that kind of weakens her as a doctor, though, because that means she's becoming inept.
Hello, Smith was also socially awkward a bit.
Philip, because then that's of the opinion. That means you're of the opinion that social awkwardness is a weakness.
But yeah, it is though, because it stops her from moving forward.
I get the impression that something's going to happen in the episode where she's going to just, in the middle of the episode, look, you don't need to sacrifice stuff. You don't have cancer. Hey, like I'm addressing this now because we're going to die. Listen, you don't have cancer. You're fine. Like you don't need to sacrifice yourself. Let's go. Like whatever. I have a feeling she would have to address that. She can't just leave it like that. Yeah, if she left it like that, I feel it would be empty.
Yeah, because what she won't say one day won't mean she won't say in another episode.
She's got to say something this season. You can't just leave it like that.
But then what does she do? How do they deal with it? What do they do?
But here's the thing: she is not listening to me.
It's all very well saying platitude words about it, but
these are not strangers to her, though. How could you be socially awkward to her fucking best fam mates, her fucking friends that she's traveling with fucking years?
Actually, like, you can be. It's possible.
How?
Because sometimes, like, socially awkward people are just socially awkward. Like, it doesn't discriminate in terms of, like...
So she could be more bonding with a fucking stranger than her own fam?
It's about her.
That does work. That is true. That does happen.
Hello. I can do that with people as well. Yeah. I am socially awkward out of these calls.
I think that's just I don't know.
It takes me a week to get
the weirdest thing ever.
Hello, it takes me a week out of these calls to get used to people in real life.
But you're not someone that was around for 2,000 years. That's been in different incarnations that fucking had to deal with the craziest fucking shit and companions and stuff that you would have to fucking talk to them about shit.
And I will stand by this, that her last season, she was it was all new for her. And I think in her mindset, she still thinks that she doesn't want to deal with sadness, depression. She's seen too many companions die. She just wants to enjoy her life. She doesn't want sadness anymore.
So let me just walk over dead bodies. Fuck it.
Yeah, but she's the doctor. She's got to fucking grow up at some point. She needs to grow up.
She will at some point, but for now, she's just enjoying the time of her life. She doesn't want to get rid of the family scenario yet.
I want the doctor to go one step further and actually see her teabag a dead body.
Oh my god!
So the words after Graham pours his heart on, hey, you want to go see Frankenstein? Shit! It's like, why?
I can see what she's doing. She's trying to distract him from the situation.
I think a dead body around, like go into a room and just start like booting it, you know.
No, I'm expecting an exorcism out of this.
And like,
I think Graham's gonna get shot. I think it's a foreshadowing. Him mentioning that, I mean, he's doomed.
They should get Taika Waititi in his show and then just make this show an absolute joke. That would be funny as fuck.
He's already doing a time travel thing. Isn't he doing Time Bandits?
Is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Moffat's doing time travel as well.
Taika Waititi would be the best showrunner ever.
Probably.
It'll be over high octane and everything, man. It'd be like, what the fuck?
You'd probably have a doctor that would just totally screw with the monster.
You'd have Hitler as the companion. Not the villain.
Terrible. All right.
Sorry, people, we've been demonetized again.
Whatever happens tomorrow.
Oh, you know the last episode we did, because we're talking about fucking Yaz's suicide, they said that it's age restricted.
Is it?
What?
Like it's like we did something so fucking personal in the last podcast that everybody can't see it. Like, what the fuck did we do? We talk about the last podcast that was so what? Because of Yaz? That's ridiculous.
You trigger happy.
Maybe someone at the YouTube office is watching you and they just don't like your channel.
They're just weird. They're just weird. All right, so can we talk about this episode? This episode coming up.
Yeah.
First of all, pronounce it for me once.
The something of the Villa
something dark side. No, come on.
The haunting of Villa Diodati.
Yeah.
The haunting of Villa Diodati.
I've always...
that's not French. That's fucking Italian.
Philip,
The Conundrum.
As I've always known it to be, Philip, the Silver Turks live adaptation.
Why does he have these fucking names that you can't pronounce?
What's wrong with Diodati?
Say it super fucking fast.
Is that the name? That's
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Oh wait, that's wrong.
The name of the place. Like it would be historically inaccurate to call it anything else.
Why? Of course you could call it something else.
Well,
why could you call it the Lone Cybermen or
it's
some
not
shit?
historical. It's like a.
Oh, you mean a restructuring of the title?
Lone Cybermen or something, or fucking. The Timeless Children. Is
my understanding of it is that the place Mary Shelley went is called Villa Diodati, so it would to include that in the title.
Well, did you see the clip that they showed that she's fucking telling her, "Hey, you should."
Yeah.
What the fuck is that all about?
Well, that's not what is gonna, because the story of Mary Shelley is, and you might know this, you might not, is that villa that she went to stay for the weekend, a long weekend with all these other men, was haunted.
But Lord Byron said to her, right, to fucking write the horror thing, not the fucking doctor.
But she got inspiration from the haunting. So by seeing a Cyberman that looked like a Frankenstein monster, by the definition that it's made up of several different parts from several different Cybermen.
Yeah.
Like Frankenstein was made up of several different parts from like several different human beings.
Is the Cyberman 1,000,000% definitely in it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So how could the Cybermen have fucking telekinesis making shit fly across the room?
Because I think that he's going to do something really quite bold with the Cybermen. He's going to make them very advanced.
Like powers?
Yeah, like they might have.
Like they're going to have the fucking force?
It might be, it might be magnetism, or they might, kind of be.
Yeah, the fucking force.
Yeah, the force, exactly.
Like fucking Jody Grid, the fucking sonic screwdriver, which no fucking possible way she could fucking throw that shit up like that. But okay.
Hey guys,
he's back.
So can you explain to me the laws of gravity? How Jody was able to throw that sonic screwdriver up there like that? Get out of that trap.
I can't explain it with physics. I can explain it as a Jedi.
Apparently, and we found this out yesterday. The cuffs are magnetized.
What?
They were
but how is the sonic screwdriver magnified to the cups?
Because it's metal, so metal is
not necessarily, Connor.
Well, it could be the metal that obviously these, because she had made that sonic screwdriver, so that will have that.
Then it's steel, and then it would not be magnetic.
But there could still be a part on the whole thing doesn't have to be magnetic for it to get magnetized to the magnetic cuff. So it could just be a little part of the.
Hey, Connor,
you're Connor talking to a fucking scientist. This is the greatest shit ever.
It doesn't matter. It's your show as well, so I have no problem with you coming up for a reason for it. I really don't. But that
was the reason the cuffs were magnetized. That's how Chibnall or whoever wrote Charlene James, right?
Like they know what they're talking about as well.
That's true.
No, Connor, you believe whatever you want. I mean, if that sounds right, then fine.
From your perspective as a scientist, that's not possible.
I believe that is fact.
Well, even if the cuffs were magnetized, the sonic made out of Sheffield steel wouldn't be, unless there was an extremely powerful electromagnetic force around that sonic. A normal magnetic pull would not have shifted it.
Hell to the professor. Anyway, I'm gonna go.
I'm sorry, Connor. I'm so sorry, Connor.
No, don't worry about it.
I'm really they asked me on my, I don't want to ruin anyone's thoughts on anything.
Not ruining it. I don't believe what fucking Chip does anyway.
You're
It's
enhancing
science
the
fiction,
conversation.
so you can have.
Chip
anything
knows
can
an asshole.
Oh, Neil's about. Joe?
1, 2, 3. Can we fit? All right, tell him to come in. I sent him the link.
1, 2,
Agree.
3, 4, 5. You got what? You got space for one more. Go on then.
Oh.
Chuck him in.
No.
Space
Got
for
tests.
all.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's got
none of
tests
this
at the
space
moment.
for-
Except for when Graham's talking to you about his cancer, that you don't have space for that. But okay.
Ooh, bitchy.
Oh my
Jesus.
God.
Space for all.
Right, I'm happy now. I've got a bucket of coffee in front of me.
And I
Right,
don't.
and we
Oh no,
still-
I
and
don't.
they
have
still and they still need to sort of like pepper in the timeless child crap. So we got one more.
It's not the timeless child. The timeless children.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
it's timeless children.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just
That's-
screw their heads even more, shall
They
we?
just rush that. If they rush that and cram it in when it makes no sense, I'll be disappointed. So
No, they probably will rush it, and then they'll probably, as I say, they won't resolve it until the next season.
well, we know. Yeah, well,
Now
I
you
know
are.
that. But how long have we got to wait till next season? 200 years. Yeah, lovely.
Well, I think
We're gonna age
Joe
2
and I-
years by the time that.
Joe and I both said it'll be at least 2021. We reckon the first to jam for the
Where
special,
the
and then
fuck
another
have you
year.
been, Scott?
Wait for me.
Joe?
Wait for
Everyone's
me.
been missing.
Where have you been, Scott? Jesus.
Oh yeah,
We've all
where's
been
it?
down with
We've been around
colds.
for
We've all been-
centuries.
Yes, I had a cold as well.
Mine
You
arrived
poor
on
children.
Tuesday, and I've just nearly got over it.
Yeah.
All right, so
Hashtag timeless
who's
children.
coming in first, Scott or Neil?
I
Oh,
beg your
who-
pardon.
Oh, Scott, I'll step
What are
out.
you talking about, Matt Rose? I'm talking about coming into the friggin' stream, man.
Oh, thank Lord. I thought we were about to demonetize
Jesus!
even more.
I'll step
Come
out,
on.
and then they can both come in, and I can drink
Well,
my
hang
coffee.
on.
Oh,
Uh,
Matt Rose will drop out.
Right, who's going to drop out? Matt Rose.
Punk.
no,
Oh.
I ain't dropping out.
Bye.
Oh no, I'm happy to, guys. It's fine.
No. We're...
Stop.
Oh, we got echo.
Rather,
Echo. Echo.
Who's doing that?
Somebody's got me in the background. Who's got me in the... Echo.
It's not me this time.
Echo.
That's you, Scott. Somebody's got me in the background. Who's got me in the... Echo.
No, I got you paused on.
All right, let me put myself on mute, see if it's me.
It's not you.
No,
It's not you.
Oh.
It's not you.
Oh shit, my cam. Wrong one.
Yeah, so the to explain that the cuffs, I've just asked for clarification on this. Like, basic science is out of the window, right? That's just how they explained it.
Yeah. No, that's why I said it's science fiction, Connor. They can do anything they want. That's not a problem. It was
Are we
just
sure this
you're
is
asking
science
me.
fiction anymore?
Well, hey, Joe, I'll drop out and drink my coffee and have a chat to Neil because you haven't
Why-
seen him in a couple of weeks.
You don't have to drop out. Why you have to drop out for? For what?
Well, there's 6 of us in.
No.
For what?
You can't
All
have
right,
any more.
if you want to, I'm not going to force you. If you want to drop out, you can. That's fine.
No, I don't want to drop out, but I'd like
Don't!
Neil.
They're fine. They're
Neil's
fine.
waiting.
Nobody wants you out. Just
I
say
like
Tom,
to do
hang
everyone's
on.
face.
Since this is an all-white cast, I'll drop out because I'm the only guy.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I feel so sort of.
Damn you! Oh, Scott.
Jeez.
What are we asking Scott now? Oh, the whole thing with the filming and series 13.
Oh,
You heard about that?
yes. Good
Bastard.
Lord Almighty.
Huh.
Who?
Demonetized.
Somebody just can't get the scripts done. I think.
Oh, God. I have nothing to say. Let's just say
When
it,
you
but-
try to find writers for $5, this is what happened.
No, they went to the dollar bin. No, I'm sorry, they went to the 50
Jesus.
bin.
What,
to find
just,
these
maybe
writers.
nobody wants to write for
They
this
want
show.
to get a
That's what-
writer for 50 pence.
Maybe it's just a problem with the writers. Like maybe he can't get them. I don't know.
I think Paul made a very good point, don't you, Matt? Last night, Chibs won't hire anyone better than him because they'll show him up.
Well, didn't Moffat do the same thing?
Yes, correct.
What? Wait a minute.
Neil Gaiman.
Yeah, but then this script got sabotaged. The second one.
That's actually false because Chibnall did hire someone better than him, Mallory Blackman.
How long did she
How
last?
many episodes has she written, though?
One.
It's not about writing.
There you go.
In terms of accolades for writing, Mallory Blackman shits on Chris Chibnall.
But he never hired her back, though, after that.
Yeah, because she's far too busy doing other
Exactly.
writing.
She's far too superior than that.
So
due to everything's going on, I am hitting the bottle.
there you go. So by the end of this episode, the lone Cyberman, is she going to listen to Captain Jack? Probably not.
No. I'm going to say she gets conned. I'm going to say she's going to get conned and accidentally does give Cybermen what.
But he just gave her a cryptic message not to fucking give the Cybermen what she. Why would she do that though?
As if the Doctor listens.
I mean,
yeah.
But she can't hear.
No, unless it's to do with the fact that it's a fixed point in time that it can't be changed and it will happen no matter what Jack says. Because for things to happen in the finale, it has to happen that way.
Well, what exactly is going to happen in the finale? That the lone Cyberman is going to reestablish the Cyberman presence in the universe? We're repopulating the whole army?
Isn't the finale about
No, it gets better. We get cyber break.
The whole of humanity is decimated, and the whole of the Cybermen
In the far future, though.
Yes,
in the far future.
Yes, but isn't that the whole point to this finale?
No, because the finale has to deal with the timeless children also, which is
who said that?
Well, you hope it does.
One at a time, people.
Shut up, Philip.
Fuck you, nigga. But anyway, go on.
Whoa!
Right!
Don't use those words.
One time or not, but you just got.
Don't use those words in here. All right, so Connor, go ahead.
Who said
the finale deals what?
But no one said that it's far future. The only thing we know is that it's at the end of a cyber war.
They said the far future in the description.
Yeah.
They did say far future in the description.
What?
They did say the far future in the description that Philip and I read.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Oh, did it say far?
We all saw that.
I thought they said at the end of the cyber war.
No,
yeah,
in the far future. In
the far future, at the end of the cyber war.
But that doesn't mean she hasn't travelled there in the TARDIS, does it?
No, but it's not going to be in present day, obviously. But then, so how is the timeless child related to the Cybermen?
Probably not. Probably not even going to get anything resolved at the end of
But it's called the timeless children. The last episode.
What if it's a metaphor?
And Chibnall is like breaking rules left, right, and centre. I have no idea what to expect over the next 3 episodes. I mean, the next episode, I thought, Frankenstein will be the lone Cyberman. But now I'm thinking, no, he won't appear till the last 2. But, you don't know what he's going to come up with. We can't even predict it.
Well, we're about to meet Well, the funniest thing of this episode is that Ada Lovelace's dad is about to meet the Doctor.
Wait a minute, Lovelace and Linda Lovelace? Oh, okay. That's
no, the one from the opening from Spyfall. Yeah. Her dad's in this, Lord Byron.
Yeah, but she did blank their memories, thank God.
Yes.
The only ones.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Phil.
No, go carry on, darling.
Despite Chibnall, he spelled fool.
He only blanks the memory. She only blanks the memory sometimes when Chibnall's writing it, but when Chibnall's not writing it.
Oh yeah.
Maybe the finale is a 2-strand thing. You got the Cyberman going on, and then you got the timeless child thing going on as well. So it's a 2-strand finale.
So could timeless children have nothing to do with the timeless child, and it just be about Cybermen?
It's a metaphor.
What?
Don't know.
So wait, we have the wait. In this mixing bowl, we have the friggin' master. Yeah. We have Ruth. We have the Cybermen. We have
and Ruth is the master. in disguise.
We have,
Oh.
Hold on, let's not get ridiculous. We have the Master, we have the Cybermen, we have Ruth, we have the Doctor, we have the companions, the human race. What?
We got Divine. She comes back.
and another Doctor.
Yeah.
And right, Doctor number 27.
Because she'll be the third Doctor in the episode, so.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's rumoured the Valiard and Ruth are connected. But that's a rumour.
Oh, no.
What? No Valiard rubbish. They keep peddling that rubbish.
Valiard is after, though, not before.
Yeah,
But I
And
did read in
besides,
one
Michael-
article. Sorry, Matt. I did read in one article that the Ruth story is heading into 13, so we may not even get that resolved at all.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
it
but
might
he
be the
said
60th.
the thing that gets me is he's hyping it up as this is going to be such an epic finale. But how many epic finales can include the Cybermen, and they're very good finales?
And this is Chibnall.
Mm.
And the special effects of Doomsday is that they can only afford the special effects of
Yeah, my
the
favorite thing
Daleks.
is,
Let me finish, Matt, because we're cutting each other off. I'm getting annoyed.
God!
Hold on. Because I just
Do I need to
we
break
got to be
these
able to
off
talk
just so
without
you
getting
can
cut
fight?
off. We got to be able to talk without getting cut off. Like I said, the special effects of Doomsday is they afforded the special effects of the Daleks getting sucked into the void, but they didn't have the special effects of the Cybermen getting sucked into the void, which they were sucked into the void. So,
yeah,
yeah. All right.
agreed.
Well, somebody want to read the comments? Philip?
Sorry, what's that?
Read the comments.
Oh, okay. Well, where are we going from? Where do you want to start?
Philip was looking at his fan base talking to him now.
No, I would just.
I like the way
yeah,
he calls his children.
Yeah.
You thought our children, said Scott.
That's me.
Scott, screw you, bitch. Anyway, the Valiant.
Extra spice.
Matt, stop cutting me off. Thank you. Right. The Valiant is such an interesting character in Doctor Who canon, not to be used in some way. I don't think they'll ever go with the Valiant in any sense or shape or form.
Not yet. No, they're gonna
No,
wait
they
a
won't
while.
Can we get an idea in here?
Because this story's done, remember?
We can only fit 6 in here.
Aw.
That's
It
the
I
rules
know.
of the stream.
can take Philip's place.
I'll go, guys, because I've got to start cooking dinner soon anyway. So,
All right.
all right,
Bye,
sweetheart.
Yvette.
All right, see you all. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah,
Is he
I think
around?
if anything with the Valiant, I think they'd wait
Sorry,
till
Joe.
another 2. I'd wait. I think they're probably going to wait 2 or 3 doctors before they even hint or even have a chance of having him show up.
What if Michael Jason's still around at that point?
They'll just regenerate him into a different form. Simple as that. If he can't do it.
Yeah. I'm
What
on a
they could-
delay here, so I apologize.
What they could do is they could have an episode where something happens, and the doctor and the companion are walking away, and his reflection doesn't dissipate. They don't notice it. You start hearing a laughter. The reflective face turns around, and there's the Valiant. That way they could introduce him that way. In other words, he could have been the one pulling the strings.
Mm.
So you basically have him, but don't have him.
I really, with everything going on in the finale, I really think it's overcrowded. I don't think there's space for the Valiant at all. So, let alone the Master rules.
I think that you won't get as much as you think you'll get. So, like,
The Master is not going to be in, is he? I thought he was
well,
scheduled to be in.
I actually have no idea. Like,
We only assume that he's coming back. I
Yeah.
don't think he is.
very well not.
But didn't his casting thing say he had 4 episodes?
But was that a rumor or was that something that was actually real?
I
'Cause I know that was written up on some sort of IMDb thing, but I don't know whether that's true or not.
IBM.
Yeah.
No. IMDb.
IDBM.
Fucking so.
All right, so the Master, the Cybermen. Well, why would Ruth show up?
That's why I don't think she's going to show up, unless it's only going to be that newish Doctor bloke. I don't know. It depends on the timeless child storyline.
They need someone to lead the cavalry in the final battle.
But so in other words, all these doctors can show. I'm the doctor. I'm the doctor. I'm the doctor.
You may be a doctor, but the curator is the doctor.
And
Which
the one
returns a big
Doctor.
finish. But anyway, tweet. That's right. Time to sleep. So how many doctors are showing up in the finale that we've never seen? 2?
2.
3?
No, one more.
No,
one more.
You give me the finger. 1? Just 1? Okay.
Yeah,
One.
Julie Graham or whatever the hell her name is.
That's her name. That's right.
And she
Well,
is
she's supposed to be the
after
doctor.
Ruth or before?
We don't know. We don't know where she's from. All we know that she's a kick-ass doctor. She's got a bit more oomph to her than even Joe Martin has.
Ian McElhinney, whatever the frig his name is playing like a wizardy sort of character.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wizardy. So
Yeah.
they're doing magic now?
Yeah, a bit like a Dumbledore sort of.
So somebody create a magical doctor or something?
The humans in the Cybermen story in the finale, they're the humans that have been beaten down so much by the war that they've gone back into retretion with their weapons and stuff. So they're a bit.
Yeah, the woman with the dude.
I think Gat will show up again, actually, because Gat, I think, is another version of the Doctor.
Do you reckon?
What?
Yeah, because in that scene where Gat, Jodie, and Ruth are all like facing off, she doesn't distinguish between the Doctors and Gat. She calls them all Doctors in a weird, like, it could be just poor dialogue, but I think that Gat is another Doctor.
Yeah, but if
So
But
we're
they can just
facing
blow
a
them out
super
of
paradox.
You remember the Master Race
yeah.
doing the Doctor Race?
I mean, at the end of, like I said, the video game Back to the Future, all these different Martin McFly show up. Are they going to do that shit with the finale where they're going to have all these doctors show up and it's going to be like what?
Yeah, I think there might be like a paradox in time or something that like splits off all these timelines and they all start converging. So it's kind of like,
It might be. And then does the Daleks show up and kill them all except for Jodie, or?
no, I don't think they
But
die.
the Dalek thing's a separate thing. It's a separate
I've
adventure.
heard the term Kelvin timeline used. Now, Star
Yeah,
Trek,
I saw that.
what that is.
So the timeline's been altered.
Yes.
The timeline's been, if I could use the quote from Back to the Future, the timeline's been disrupted, creating an alternate timeline.
Well, do you know what
So,
the Kelvin timeline is? You
Yeah.
obviously do.
yes, the Kelvin timeline is basically what happened was Spock went back in time with that when Romulus was blown up, but Nero went back in time before Spock was, and he says, "Oh, I'm in the past. You know what? Where are we near? Oh, this is where Kirk is going to be born. Let's kill Kirk before he become like while he's an infant." And what happens is they wind up killing Kirk's father, which did not happen in the original timeline, where Kirk's development was off, but his destiny was still to be with Starfleet, still to take over the Enterprise. But in this timeline, Spock was mostly going to be the captain of the Enterprise, and Kirk had to talk to old Spock, and so old Spock convinced him, look, the timeline's messed up. This is your destiny. You got to get Spock thrown off the bridge so you can be Kirk. You have to be Kirk. Kirk has to be the captain of it. So the whole timeline was changed, where everything that happened in that thing is completely different now, and they're bumping into different things and everything. So the whole timeline's wrong. It's different. It's foreign. So in other words, like I said in previous casts, what if they did something to alter the Doctor's origin, where there was females instead of males? Like somebody altered the birth or whatever. She was born, whatever. It was different sperm, whatever the hell you want to call it. And it's all females. Now, if that's the case, that all these things are affecting her birth, then they need to reset it so that way they just are not existing, or they exist in another universe.
So in the first 12 Doctors are a different timeline.
Who's powerful enough to do all that, though? That's a bit of a big ass, if you think about it.
The Time Lord.
I think it might be It might be the Time Lords, or it might be the Doctor did something that she didn't realize caused this kind of
rift.
This aberration.
But this doesn't cancel out her real origin, because now it's 2 timelines, right? In other words,
yeah, there's 2 times. There must be, because if you're going to cancel out
so
one,
she creates an alternate universe, but it doesn't necessarily. Now that both universes are converging on trying to take over for Dom.
So basically,
correct?
all that stuff has happened, but we now have Ruth and all these versions. Same story,
Like
same
whatever's in
events,
that
new
universe
versions.
is leaking into this one,
A
right?
crisis, in other words.
It's seeping in, right?
yeah.
Like
And
say,
because
Rose
the
never
time,
got
and the Time Lords are not here to fix it, right?
exactly. It's like, say for example, if this other timeline has like say Rose Tyler, for example, she joined the Doctor but never left during that whole Doomsday thing. Certain bits of that could be changed in that alternate version and bled
But
through.
this alternate timeline has meaning they wouldn't even have that thing with Rose because they changed the whole entire Doctor timeline.
She ended up being the dog.
I actually think that the answer is in what the lone Cyberman wants.
yeah, and it can only be one or two things: regeneration
Because-
energy.
What if the lone Cyberman, seeing as he looks different from what's going to be in the finale,
Yeah,
a different timeline than the other Cybermen that are going to appear in the finale?
are the ones that are hidden in space.
Yeah, wherever they're hidden or wherever.
Yeah, because in essential the Cybermen and this final part, it looks like they're all going to be shiny and clean, and he's dirty and run down. This lone Cyberman.
Well, his bits are showing, all his brain matter, his body
Beg your
matter.
pardon?
Well, yeah,
Carry on, Doctor Who.
Foodcast or Horrorcast. The brain matter.
yeah. All these
I
bits
bet you've bent over some creakier things in your time, aren't you, Philip?
possibly.
Creakier than the cogs of that Cyberman.
So something happens, and something happened where the Doctor accidentally altered her own origin.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's a possibility.
Okay, so that
And when it's fixed, though, then they cease to be, or they just go in another timeline.
they seem to be. When you fix a broken timeline, whatever is fixed is fixed, and the other thing is cease to be. It wipes out.
There is a ridiculous theory that she's been in a parallel universe since she fell out the TARDIS because the TARDIS exploded and something happened.
That would be just a fuck up, though. That'd be a fuck up, though.
That'd be a try to fix our fuck ups, yeah.
Right. So like Rose Tyler and the Ninth Doctor was erased when the other Rose Tyler and the Ninth Doctor interfered with that. They just vanished, right?
Oh,
So in other words, that's going to happen with Ruth. She's just going to vanish with the other Doctor.
Maybe not Ruth.
You don't know what happened to them. Maybe they went back in their universe. You don't know.
Maybe Ruth is the actual Doctor and Jodie isn't. There you go. And she'll get wiped out.
Not happening, bro.
Hoping for
not freaking happening.
Look, just because you want
shit's not happening.
Happening.
Yeah, here's a plan. The actual Doctor.
No freaking way that shit's happening.
What if the Master's not even from this universe? He's from the other one.
He probably isn't.
He's probably from the Sam Kisgard universe, Philip.
Because I don't understand why he would have all that info about the Doctor if he doesn't know about the Doctor already.
Right.
You're gone.
What if the actual Doctor is dead?
From what point?
Everyone now is an imposter, especially because she's a woman.
The Doctor. Bigger boobs. But,
So basically, she died. What you're thinking? She died as Peter Capaldi.
The Doctor's personalities trying to fix things.
That glued on penis didn't work very well.
What the hell? All right. This is getting stupid now. This is getting stupid. This is getting stupid now, really.
We're just trying to work it out. So,
but that's not working. This is getting really dumb. This stuff that's going on. You're wrecking the cast. Like that's getting wrecked. Like, we're supposed to be talking about Doctor Who, not like profound. This is getting stupid now. Like honestly.
I didn't say anything. It was.
I
Connor.
know. I'm just saying it's getting dumb. Like people are trying to
Connor,
watch and
behave
we're talking
yourself,
about
man.
stupid shit.
Naughty Connor. Honestly.
What? I didn't say anything.
All
You
right.
said-
So anyway,
What about glued on penises?
right.
There you go.
Good night, everyone.
All right. So what do you think the rating's going to be on Sunday?
Well, for tomorrow's one,
What?
if it works, I like these sort of stories, these period ones. So I'm hoping.
Do you mean out of
Whether-
10?
yeah.
Or do you
Out
mean
of
like
10.
viewer
Out of
rate?
10 out of 10. Out of 10. Like 1 to 10.
It's going to be like a 7, maybe.
Yeah,
All
I was gonna say something around
Oh,
7
viewing
or 8.
figures wise, what is it going to be?
Oh, good.
3.8 million.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's gonna drop. It's gonna drop again, I reckon.
What the hell just happened?
I know.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's gonna drop again because you know what? People are turned off at the moment by it.
Right. So in other words, it will pick up though with 9 and 10, right?
Yeah.
You don't think so?
Well, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Maybe a little
it will
bit.
pick up, but it will pick up because it's the finale. But only forget this. I've seen many people said they've switched off because it's the one episode storyline. They want to see the finale now.
If they promote it like they did Fugitive of the Jadoon, there'll be a little bit of an
Interest.
Right.
Yeah.
like the one
Cap-
Fugitive of the Jadoon.
Thank you. Captain Jack won't be back till the Dalek special, probably.
I don't know. I actually don't think Captain Jack will come back.
Has
In fact, yeah, he will because he was filming for a couple of weeks.
Yes. He filmed something else. He filmed the Dalek special because we reported that on the cast.
Well, this
He
is
was back.
at the moment that's supposition. We don't know for sure.
He's in a Dalek special.
All right.
Supposition of the Daleks.
right.
Oh,
We're going to get out of here now. We'll be back later. I know it's early, and I know you guys are not used to us this early, but we have to do this. So we will be back later. We got some everything shows to do and all kinds of stuff. If we got some Doctor Who news, we'll do that too. All right. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.
Hashtag demonetized.
Okay, bye.